can't live here anymore. I kept my mouth shut for 4 years. You want me to keep my mouth shut, Mr. Perry? You had 4 years. From 2011, I'm telling a few close friends. Most didn't live in Texas anywhere. I didn't go to the media. I went to your guy, your campaign guy. Make him cut it the fuck out. And for...
Leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone.
If they say go away, then go the fuck away. If a woman says, leave me the fuck alone, then leave her the fuck alone. She says go away, go the fuck away. She's not into you. Move on. Act like a grown-ass man. Get some dignity and some respect and go the fuck away. You taking my car, Mr. Perry, is not going to get a phone call and I'll lie. Everybody knows since forever when you told Lucky in 2019 it isn't legal, but I'm going to have her car towed and sold before she figures that out. Take her car, then she won't have any choice but to call me and lie. And I've told you over and over, we know about that. Lucky'd had enough of it. He'd had enough of it. Everybody is sick of you. Listen to the words I'm saying, sir. Everybody is sick of you forcing and pushing and forcing and pushing and coercing, and that is racketeering. Read Title 18 of the United States Code 1512 and 1513, and if your attorney is too stupid to explain it to you right, get a new one. Get the fuck out of my life right now. Do not come near my car ever again. Ever. Quit calling Tulsa police or Manford police or Oklahoma State troopers or whoever and asking them to pull me over. A lot of them are sick and tired of it. They're sick of you. Everybody's sick and tired of you. Do you understand words said to you? I don't like you. I find you hideous. I find you repulsive. You're a turnoff. Women don't like peepers. Women don't like peepers. You're a turnoff, sir. You taking my car isn't how you get a date. You can't figure out how to get women to like you. That's not it. Peeping, hacking, cloning, threatening, harassing, taking money, taking a car, vandalizing a car, destroying a car, ruining a car is not how you get what you want, sir. All of you are some deeply deranged, disturbed people. All of you. And guess what? Other people are not like you. Other people don't like you. Sick and tired of you, Mr. Perry. Sick of you. You're this guy, but way worse. Much, 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 much worse. You're into some very black, dark, disturbed crime. And we all know that. You have police investigating you, sir. Mr. Perry, you have police investigating you. That's how we find out what you're about to do to me. Mr. Perry, I'm going to say it again and again and again because you can't get it. Things don't click for you. Most people don't have to be sat down and explain some things. And you are not getting it after it's said over and over and over. Do not provoke us. Don't provoke us. Don't harass me. Don't fucking come near my car. Get the fuck out of my phone. Do not peep. You're going to jail. When you're in jail, I don't have to deal with this anymore. One crisis after another, after another, after another. One catastrophic loss after another, after another. One threat after another, after another. Sir, you have 3,700 emails where your attorney was told you got caught premeditating a malicious, intentional, willful crime against me. A criminal act. You got caught 3,700 times, and that's not enough? And you got caught again this morning. If we had a dime for every time you called up here to a cop and said, I want her pulled over, I'd be rich right now. A lot of them don't like that, sir. They don't like it. Some probably like your money. Ask them to do it for free. Ask them to fucking do it for free. A lot of them do not like it. And I've said that over and over and over and over. Right now, my car has 4 taillights. 2 of them you had taken out. The other 2 work just fine. 1 on each side. You did that intending to have me pulled over. You have access to my car illegally. You shouldn't know where I live, Mr. Perry. So we know we're going to document it right here and right now. You did something to my vehicle to cause a problem and to intentionally have me pulled over. You take the taillights out. You call some guy at Tulsa Police and you tell him, I'll give you a little something, something. I had her taillights taken out. Pull her over. We got it, Mr. Perry. We got it. It's duly noted for the record already. It has been for several days. A lot of those guys don't like that. They don't want to be, I didn't want to be bothered with this. Your drama. Oh, here we go again with Charles and Dave drama. The 2 queens got caught again, and so now they want to use us to harass her. We don't like that. Do what you do. Here's the disclaimer. But for standard applies, because but for you taking out my taillights, I wouldn't be pulled over, would I? But for you harassing me constantly, I'm going to take her car. I'm going to take her car. I'm going to take her car. And then she'll call me. Then she'll want me. Then she'll do exactly what I tell her. She won't have a choice. That's not love. That's weirdo. That's repulsive. You're disturbed. Normal people don't put up with that shit. It's not tolerated in a civilized society. You know why? Because a society is defined by what they'll put up with and what they won't. We're not putting up with this. I don't care who you think you are. The perception of you in your mind is a hell of a lot different than it is everybody else's mind who's not, suffering from antisocial disorder or sadism or sadomasochism or psychopath or sociopath. No empathy for people you hurt. Long as you get your way, long as you got your lie, long as you get your cover up. You didn't want people to know what you really are. I ripped off your mask and you're mad about it. There's a whole lot of your mask that's still up we haven't talked about yet. In your criminal trial, it's going to come out. You can deal with it then. We know a whole lot more than we've even said yet. You and your little crew. You had a little meeting this morning. So use allegedly. Nobody's been convicted yet. Apply the but for and the reasonable person standard to everything here. What would any reasonable person do in my situation where you've got somebody trying to find a way to take your car away from you so you won't have any money, then they can coerce you to lie? He can't figure out how to get women to like him, so he's going to force himself on me like some kind of crazed rapist like this guy and offend everybody. Everybody was offended by that guy, Mr. Perry. It's not like people are going, oh, he's so hot and sexy, why can't he get a date? Everybody's sickened by what he's doing to her. Do you think you're different? How is it you're different, Mr. Perry? We don't see you different. You see yourself different, but you're delusional. You thought you had a political vendetta. You think peeping is a date. You're nutty. We don't listen to nutty people. You don't see me going down to a mental hospital and asking those people what they think I should do. Nobody does that, do they? Those people are in therapy. What's the difference? You're just not in the hospital yet. You need to be. Believe me. We've got shrinks, Mr. Perry, that have looked over everything you've said in emails. They've looked over everything you've said to me, everything you've done to me. They've interviewed your victims. You think they can't tell if you need to be hospitalized? That's been discussed over and over and over. And the other thing that's been discussed is, why is she having to repeat herself so much? Do they have Alzheimer's? They act like they've not been caught on that already. Something's wrong with someone that's been told you've been caught over and over and over, like you forgot, like you wake up in a new world every 5 minutes. Alzheimer's may be a factor, or senile dementia. Most people only have to be told once. And on a lot of this stuff, they don't have to be told at all, Mr. Perry. Why are you having some kind of problem here with this? And we assert all constitutional rights. Mr. Perry, fuck the hell off me. Get the fuck off me. If you take my car, you're going to get these guys ape shit on you like you have no idea. We know you've been trying. We know you premeditated it. We know you told people what you want to do, what your intentions are. I'm going to take her car so she'll be subjugated and she'll lie for me. And that is coercion. It is a violation of the RICO Act. Why is it you think you're getting away with anything when you have 3,700 emails, if they were sent by me, telling you you got caught again? You got caught again. You got recorded again. If you do it, now you're going to prove out my recording. I don't have any romantic interest in you at all. I find you hideous and disgusting and repulsive. And Dr. Weck said in Jeff Epstein's documentary that he believes that Mr. Epstein didn't commit suicide, he was murdered. And he said, and I'm quoting, even prisoners are repulsed by guys like him. So if prisoners are repulsed by guys like you, Mr. Epstein put hidden cameras in his own home. He didn't put hidden cameras in the victims' homes like you do. You're worse than Jeff Epstein. Even prisoners are repulsed. If prisoners are repulsed, how much more repulsed is everybody else? We're tired of it. We're sick of you. Both of you. You and David, both. All of you. Cut it the fuck out, Mr. Perry. I'm not going to get specifics right now, but last night, my guys tell me he wants you pulled over. Go out this way instead of that way. Now, whether or not Tulsa police ever got that phone call, I don't know. But I'm telling you, that's how all over you my guys are. He's talking about calling Tulsa police to have you pulled over. So when you leave this particular location, don't go out that way, go out this way. And I went out a different way. So I don't know what you did or if you actually called Tulsa police. But let me tell you something. Fuck off. Tulsa police are not there to harass me for you, to intimidate, to harass, to subjugate, or to stalk and get information that is not your business. You're a butt-in. You're just a butt-in. You're a wannabe. You're never the wanted one. It has been 10 years you're rejected every day. When a woman says go away, go the fuck away.
Leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone.
Okay, so Mr. Perry, since 2017, my guys have recorded you repeatedly talking about trying to find a way to frame me for a murder. So if you're discussing that, then they know I didn't do the murder because you're being recorded talking about how to frame me. Philip and Mallory and Ted have jillion emails, 3,700 emails, Mr. Perry, where you are recorded talking about committing a crime against me, perpetrating a fraud upon a court, doing some kind of car damage, doing some kind of financial damage, doing some sort of economic subjugation, crime after crime after crime after crime after crime. What is it you think they're going to do with all that, Mr. Perry? Who has it? Who has that kind of power? What kind of wiretap orders are out there? Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone, Mr. Perry. Go away. I am not in love with some hideous, repulsive, disturbed freak show like you. You don't fit into my world. You don't fit into my crowd. I don't think you're hot and sexy. I think you're a monster. I cannot say that enough. You're not in any way at all attractive. You can't figure out how to get women to like you, and that's your problem. And it isn't by doing what you're doing. So on your goal sheet 6-7 years ago, when in the section that says describe your desired outcomes, was it to be rejected and caught in crime more than ever in your life? Was that the best you thought you could do? If you're not reaching your goal and getting the desired outcome, why in the fuck do you keep doing the same thing every day? We're reaching our goal. We're getting it done like nobody you know has ever done in your life, Mr. Perry. So then, this morning we find out that that Mr. Roberson has called a bunch of people and said, I don't want Cynthia having any money. She is not to have any money right now. It's illegal to do that, Mr. Roberson. It is illegal to do that, Mr. Roberson. My income is not your business. And I guess there was some argument between you and an attorney in that meeting. Let her make enough to where she doesn't survive the pauper's motion, so she'll have to pay for court. Then we can at least say it's her choice to be broke. It's her choice to have to pay for the court costs. But right now, she survives the pauper's motion because you guys keep taking her money. You guys were recording. You don't know what kind of wiretap orders you guys have on you. You don't know what you have on you, do you? You don't know at this point what we can and cannot do. But you're in a lot of trouble if we're quoting what you just said this morning. The more Charles fucks with me, that's what happens. The more you fuck with me, David Robertson, that's what happens. Mind your own business. You're interfering with commerce. You're interfering with interstate commerce. Mr. Perry, you broadcast me and other women all over the dark web, all over the world, and you don't know who all is involved and from where all they are. You've got more than one jurisdiction looking at everything that happens in my civil cases because maybe they're looking for similarities in crimes you're suspected in their jurisdiction. They want to see, are there some similarities here? Is this guy responsible for this thing that happened here or that thing that happened here? And you don't know where that is and who all's looking at it. But I'm going to tell you for the last fucking time, get the fuck out of my life. When you fuck with me, you get caught and you get told on. Mr. Robertson, my money doesn't concern you. You're about to go to jail, too, for trying to coerce me. Get your hand out of my wallet. Get your fucking hands out of my wallet. Get the hell out of my house with your cameras. Get out of my phone. Get out of my computer, Mr. Perry. Mr. Perry, you're going to jail. Mr. Perry, you're not getting a date with me. You're going to jail. Because what you're doing is illegal. If you speed, you get a ticket. If you coerce, if you witness tamper, if you harass, if you stalk, if you creep on women that don't like you, you're going to jail. Now, you may have bought all of Tulsa police. You may have bought everybody in Oklahoma. You didn't buy my guys, and they don't give a shit what everybody else does. They work hard. That's why you have 3,700 emails, Mr. Perry. If they were from me, where you got caught again. That's a lot of times to get caught and not be able to figure out how much trouble you're in. You need to keep up with the rest of us. You're very slow. It's so fucking irritating. We don't tolerate your conduct in a civilized society. Do you understand? So, cease and desist. Fuck off. Thank you.